Let's talk budget. So this is one of the most important things going into the next couple of months. And the reason for that is the municipality is now going to start putting together, in terms of their budget. They're going to sit down, they're going to try and work out whether the budget needs to be increased, kept the same, or decreased. But what we can guarantee you, given the history of eThekwini municipality, is more than likely that they will come with an increased budget. And what they've done in the past is they simply put out the budget and everyone then accepted it and we moved along until ratepayers associations were formed. And then we started to push back. But they were one step ahead of us and they continue to be one step ahead of us, where they will propose an 11% tariff and then finally they'll do public participations, meet a few people here and there, have discussions, etc., and come back and say, okay, we dropped 2% and now the budget is sitting at 9%. It's a game that they play. But more importantly, before those public participation and the IDP process gets rolled out, these discussions go into a planning phase in the finance committee, etc. And then the recommendations are then taken to EXCO. And EXCO then sits down and deliberates and agrees, yes, this is what's going to happen. It then goes out to full council. Council gets first view of it. Then it gets rolled out to the public in terms of public participation, goes back to council, gets adopted, and the game is done. The reason I'm talking about this, in this preparation stage, when those recommendations are taken to EXCO, who is EXCO? Most laymen, when you speak to them, they'll say, yeah, but it's this eThekwini ANC government that's doing this to us. No, we don't have an executive mayor in eThekwini. We have an executive, which means that there's an EXCO, and on EXCO, the DA sits on EXCO, the IFP sits on EXCO, EFF sits on EXCO, and the ANC sits on EXCO. So this is the EXCO, and these parties sit there. They deliberate on what those tariffs need to be, and they give those approvals. And we are saying we've trusted them all along in terms of coming back with a budget that is fair to the consumers. Ratepayers have had enough. We cannot take a further increase. And it's Erpm, we can't do anything in terms of making any changes or recommendations to that amount because we're not there yet. But vote for us. And we can assure you that we will fight this hard fight as much as is required. Thank you.